Hello and welcome. We are doing just the mat today, so you don't need any equipment, and we're gonna start standing. It's gonna be a 30-minute full body Pilates class, more so contemporary Pilates, although you're not getting out of the 100, so don't expect that. But starting the warm-up, standing towards the back edge, the feet are gonna be parallel hip distance. Just take a moment to lengthen the spine. Feel the weight really centered on the feet. Arms are dropping down, big breath in, and on the exhale, chin to chest, let's round the spine forward. Take your time here, shifting the weight forward towards the toes and towards the balls of the feet. You'll feel a little stretch in the hamstrings. Maybe you bend the knees to slowly roll the spine back up to stand. And just stacking the head up. Last. Inhale at the top, chin to chest, roll the spine forward, let the arms hang heavy. Keep that weight shifting forward as if you're doing this up against a wall. You're not allowed to let your hips shift back through that wall. Breathe in, and then take your time to roll your spine back up, staying forward, feeling that scoop in the abs already. Breathe in at the top, chin to chest, last time, roll the spine forward. Hands hang heavy, arms hang heavy, shoulders drop. Bend those knees now and start to walk out to a plank. 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, and find your perfect plank on 1. So pushing the floor away with your hands, spiral the inner part of the elbows forward slightly. Reach forward through the top of the head as you reach back through the heels. Squeeze your glutes really tight and push your feet down into the floor as hard as you can to feel those thighs activate. Take a big breath in through the ribs. Take a big exhale, feel the front of the ribs close. Feel the abs draw tighter. Start to walk your hands back into your feet. You can bend the knees, walk it in. 4, 3, 2. Shift those heels down, soft bend in the knees, roll the spine up. Inhale up at the top, let's take it again, chin to chest, roll it down. And knees bend, walk it out. 4, 3, 2. Perfect plank on 1. Find that checklist. Inner part of elbows spin forward. Push the floor away. Pull the chest open through the shoulders. Reach forward through the top of the head. Reach back through the heels. Squeeze your butt. Big breath in through the ribs. This time as you exhale, right knee draws into the chest. Inhale, step the foot back. Exhale, left knee draws in. Inhale, step it back. Right knee pulls in. Inhale, reach. Left knee pulls in. 1 more each side. Step it back. Big breath in. Exhale, tighten through the waist to drive that knee forward. Exhale in. Step the foot back. Bend the knees. Start to walk the hands back. 4, 3, 2. Last time, roll it all the way up. Inhale up at the top. Chin to chest, roll it back down. Bend those knees. Walk it out to plank. 4, 3, 2. From here, we're gonna take a nice stretch. Hips lift up and back. Exhale. Finding your down dog, inverted V. Reach those heels towards the floor. Reach your tailbone way up and back towards the ceiling like you're trying to stick your butt out. And then find that forward shift. Hands over or shoulders over hands. Find your plank. Exhale, hips lift. Reach and stretch. Inhale. Forward. Let's add a little spinal articulation. So you're gonna try to kind of arch the back as you push back, and then we're gonna curve the back to slide forward. Tuck the pelvis, snaking the body forward into a plank. Stick your butt out, arch the body back, find that down dog, tuck the tailbone, drop the head, round the spine, shift forward to plank. 2 more, arching back. Exhale, curving forward, creating a nice wave through the back, arching back. Tuck under, curve, shift it forward, hold your plank for 5. Big inhale through the ribs, big exhale. 3, 2, rest your knees and sit those hips back. Take a child's pose. That should get you nice and warm pretty quickly. Okay, let's flip over onto our back. We're gonna go right into the 100. Get that over and done with. So lay yourself down, hug your knees in towards your chest. And then find the spine, just settle down into the mat. Take the legs Up to table, reach the arms up to the ceiling, breathe in. Exhale, press and curl up. Option to stay here or stretch the legs, start pumping. Inhale, 5 counts, and exhale, 5 counts. Breathing in, breathing out. So nothing fancy here, just holding the legs still and focusing on the strong pump of the arms. Inhaling and exhaling. Halfway through. Every time you exhale, your goal is to pull your abs in flatter than they were the last rep. Inhaling and exhale. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your glutes, and exhale, last set. Breathing in, breathing out, and bend the knees, hug them in, rock your legs out side to side, and then hook the hands under the thighs. Rock all the way up to seated. So we're gonna take a little half rollback variation. It's actually kind of more than a half rollback, but this is from the reformer. So it's actually harder on the mat because you don't have the assistance of these straps to help you up. But we're gonna do it anyway. So knees are bent. Let's separate the feet to hip distance. Reach the arms forward, sit the spine up tall. You can even grab hold of your shins for a moment to lift the back, and then try to maintain that length as you reach the arms forward. Breathe in, exhale, tuck and roll the spine back. And let's roll back just halfway this time. Breathe in, exhale, peel the spine back up. Lengthen and lift. Just do that one more time. Tuck, scoop and curve the spine back. Shoulders melting down. Inhale, exhale, peel the spine back up. Lengthen and lift. This time we're gonna go all the way back to the point where the lower back touches. The shoulder blades are hovering, breathing in. And then big exhale, peel the spine back up, lengthen, lift. Once more here, tuck and roll the spine back. Go all the way down to where the lower back touches, but the shoulders don't. Inhale, exhale, scoop in deeper to peel the spine back up, lengthen. Now we tuck the pelvis, we roll the spine back. We're gonna stay down at the bottom. From here, reach the hands behind the head, stay lifted with the shoulder blades. Exhale, right leg up. Inhale, step the foot down. Exhale, lift the left. Inhale to lower, alternating leg lift. Keeping your lower back pushing into the floor. Dropping the weight of the head into the hands and holding that high curl from the bottom of the ribs, pulling ribs to pelvis. One more time, exhale. Inhale, lower, arms reach forward. Inhale, exhale, peel the spine up. Oh, that's hard. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, tuck and roll the spine back again. Adding on, lower back touches, shoulder blades stay hovering, hands go behind head, push the lower back down. Both legs lift. Let's squeeze them together. Both legs lower, the feet barely touch. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Maintain your high curl. Exhale, lift. Lower back presses into the floor. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Every time those legs lift up, try to pull your abs in even flatter. Lift. Lower the feet. Separate to hip distance. Arms reach. Breathe in. Exhale. Peel the spine up. Lengthen and lift. Last variation, tuck the pelvis, roll the spine back. This is my favorite one because it's like doing a bent knee teaser. Breathe in, and on the exhale, we're gonna lift the torso, but we're also gonna lift the legs. Squeeze the legs together, and think about pulling chest to thighs, thighs to chest. You're tucking the tailbone under, you're curving through the back. At the same time, you lower the feet to touch and the lower back to touch. Exhale, same time, chest to thighs, thighs to chest. Inhale to lower, hover. Exhale to lift. Pull in. Inhale to lower, hover. Exhale to lift. Scoop and pull. Inhale to lower. It's really similar to our rolling like a ball shape too. Exhale up. Inhale to lower. Last time. Ooh, it's burning. Exhale, lift and hold. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you put your hands under your thighs for support. And we're gonna exhale, straighten our legs 4 times. Stretch for 4. Inhale, bend. Again, you could be here and holding behind the thighs to really get that deep scoop in the abs. 2 more. reach and bend last time. Exhale, stretch, hold. Inhale, bend, rest the feet, sit up tall, and then relax the arms down. Okay, lengthen the legs out. We're gonna take a couple full roll-ups to just flush that out. Reach the arms forward, curve forward over the legs. Inhale, exhale, tuck and roll the spine back. Arms reach, arms up, head up. Big exhale, up and over. Can move through these kind of on the faster side as long as you're able to maintain your control. We'll do about 6 full roll-ups. Exhale, up and over. Tuck and roll it back. And lift. 2 more. Scooping, curving through the lower back. Getting that really nice articulation through the spine. And last time, we lower all the way down, stay down at the bottom, and then arms down, bend your knees, ready for our bridge series. Take the feet wide towards the edges of the mat. Push the knees out. We're gonna lift and lower in our flat back right away. Press your hips straight up, squeeze your butt, feel that high lift, feel those knees push outward, tracking over toes. All 10 toes are facing straight forward still, so the feet are parallel. You'll feel your outer seat this way. Drop the hips, inhale, push right back up, exhale. Inhale, lower, exhale, press. Lower down and squeeze. Inhale, exhale. Lower, push, lift. 4 more here. Inhale and exhale for 3. Getting that height, keeping the back flat, pulling the front of the ribs together. Hold up at the top. Now we're just gonna drop the right hip and it's gonna go all the way down towards the floor. Your left hip, of course, will lower too, but we're tipping the pelvis. Now push back up center, just the left. So inhale, lower, exhale, lift. And you're really trying to keep that opposite hip lifted. So the pelvis has to find that rotation. We're getting a little twist through the back. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Keeping your knees pressing outward, lower, and lift. Let's go 4 more. Inhale, exhale for 3. Still pushing into our arms, pressing into our feet hard. And 1, hold up at the top now. Inner thigh squeeze, pull your knees together, keep those feet wide. Hold it there first. Feel how your hips want to lower a little here. Try to tuck your pelvis, exaggerate it, and then push your hips up a little higher. Keep that height, push the knees wide. Exhale. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, press wide. Squeeze to touch, push the knees out. Picture like you have a resistance band around those legs. And as you push wide, you are pressing out, creating that extra resistance. And out, and in, and out. Now squeeze and hold it. Tuck a little more. Lift the hips a little more. Little pulses up. 8, 7. Inner thighs are burning. Squeeze for dear life. 4, 3, pulses are small, hold up at the top, push the knees wide, you can lift a little higher now. Squeeze your buns, little pulses up to finish. 8, 7, lift and lift, keep it tiny, keep the movement precise. 2 and 1, hold, breathe in. Exhale, round your spine down, soften under the chest, the ribs, the middle back. Keep your glutes squeezing until the very bottom. Relax everything. Okay, that was quite a pelvic bridge marathon. Rest your feet down. Speaking of pelvic bridges, we're gonna keep going. Push your arms down, feet are hip distance now. Press your hips up, find your flat back, and we're gonna push into that left foot, lift the right leg up. Hold it up, flex the foot, and lower the leg down as far as you can go without losing your pelvic stability. Point your toes, lift it back up. Inhale, flex lower, exhale, lift. Breathe in, breathe out. Lower and lift. Inhale, exhale, 4 more. For 3, squeeze through the left glutes. For 2, and up. For 1, up and hold. Pulse the hips up. 8, 7, reach that right big toe all the way up to the ceiling, like you could touch it. 3, lift higher. 2, hold it, bend the knee, step the foot down. Hold those hips up high, push into your right foot. Left leg reaches up, should actually feel good to lengthen behind that hamstring, flex the foot. Hips stay high, the leg lowers. Point the toes, the leg lifts. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Flex down, point up. Breathe in, breathe out. Push into the arms, push into the right foot. Squeeze the back of that right leg hard. And up. Up and hold. Big toe pulses up to the ceiling, lift. And press, watch the front of the ribs. Pull the ribs together, 4. Abs tight for 2. For 1, hips high, bend your knee. Come out of it slowly. Inhale, exhale, slowly round down. Good. Exiting the movement, just as important as getting into it. Okay, hug your knees in. Rock yourself all the way up to seated. Ooh, that was quite torturous, I have to say. So from here, we're gonna flip over onto our hands and knees again. We're gonna go into a little more planking, lucky you. So take it down to the forearms this time, and you'll clasp your hands. You're gonna step your feet back and find your forearm plank. We're gonna get into a little more rotation with the pelvis, kind of like we did in our bridge, getting into the obliques. So squeeze your butt. We found our plank alignment on our hands, so we're finding it on our forearms. Reach forward through the top of the head. Think about giving yourself a bit of a double chin, pulling chin towards chest, back of the neck is long. We're gonna tip the hips to the right, and then find center, and then tip left hip down, and find center. This is gonna stay small because I want you to actually think about just rotating through the spine itself so that your hips are still staying in line with your spine rather than moving the pelvis all the way over to one side of the mat. You're really staying right underneath you. 1 more each side, and twist, and center. Let's rest the knees. Take a moment. So keeping the pelvis underneath you is important for this next exercise because we want to think about the hips just rotating and then lowering and lifting. Okay? It's gonna be fun. Step those feet back. Find your plank. From here, spin the hips so the right hip is towards the floor, the left hip is up. Again, try not to lean your hips over to the right. From here, we're gonna lower the right hip towards the floor a couple inches. You almost go into a little spinal extension. Then exhale, right hip to right bottom of ribs, piking up, little mini pike. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now, shoulders stay stable this whole time. Inhale down, exhale up. It's just the pelvis lowering and lifting, the ribs lengthening and then shortening towards the pelvis. 2 and 1. Find center, rest your knees. Ooh, I am sweating now. All right, take a couple seconds. You can sit back, take a child's pose if you need, and then we'll do the other side. Step those feet back, find your plank, rotate the pelvis. Left hip is towards the floor, but hips are still squared off with the shoulders. Inhale, lower. Exhale, left bottom of ribs to left hip bone. Inhale, little back extension. Exhale, lift. Shoulders stay stable, so make sure that you're not sinking into the shoulders or letting the chest sink down here. 4 and up. 3. Squeeze and lift. 2 and 1. Find center with the hips. Nice strong plank. Rest your knees and take a breather. Whew. Okay, that one was really tough for me. So you can see, no equipment does not mean things are going to be easier. Grab a sip of water if you need. And then we're gonna lay onto our side. We've got a special treat after our side lying series today too. some fancy teasers. So lengthen the bottom arm. Knees are gonna be bent. You could also do head on hand if that's more comfortable. Knees are bent right below hip level, bottom waist hugging in and up. Feet are gonna lift. We start with our clamshell, rotate open, and inhale to lower. Squeeze the knee open, inhale to lower it, pull the front of the ribs together and towards the pelvis. Core stays tight. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale down, rotate 3. Breathe in. Abs stay really tight. And that's what helps us keep that hip stable and feel the glutes. Open and hold. Keep the knee open. Little presses open. 8, 7, push and push for 4, 3, squeeze open. 2, rest the knees, rest the feet down. And we're gonna lift the top leg up just to hip level, floppy foot. Start with a big leg circle. In, up, away, and down. In, up, away, and down. As big as you can without letting the hips move at all. Reverse it. Away, up, in and down for 3. Breathe through it for 2. For 1. Lower it down. We go into our hydrant. Lift the top leg up, and it's going to lift up as high as possible. Notice, this is the position stacked over the knee. Some of you are going to want to go here. Try not to let that happen. Keep the thigh bone away and lower it back down. It's like you're opening the top of a trunk and lower down, so it really just hinges right above that bottom knee. You don't have to think about it turning out. It will probably just turn out naturally as the leg lifts. We have 3. Inhale, lower. The burn in your right outer butt cheek is happening. Lift up and hold. Keep that thigh lifted. Lengthen the leg straight from here. This is called your hydrant kick out. Lengthen straight. And I like to do this weird thing where I put a finger on my kneecap, and that just kind of helps me make sure my knee is staying totally still as I lengthen the leg and bend it. So try not to let that thigh bone move. Ooh, it burns for 3. And bend. Squeeze through that outer seat. 2, press that leg high, hug the waist tight. 1, bend the knee, rest it down. Okay, give it a little beating because we're gonna stay on this side and just prop ourselves up onto our left forearm. Your legs are gonna lengthen out, and we are gonna do a really fun exercise. I was gonna call it cute. I don't think it's very cute. It's not really that fun either, but I find it fun because I'm weird. We're gonna do an exercise called teaser twist. So arm is gonna reach out to start, then we'll get fancy with it. Push the floor away with the bottom forearm and make sure your head is in line with your toes. Nice long line there. From here, legs are gonna hover. Shift over onto your left butt cheek and start to lengthen your left arm as your legs float up. You don't really have weight on your right butt cheek. You're kind of in this little diagonal shift. Then lower down to the forearm again as you roll over the side of that left hip. Find this long mermaid position. Take it again. Shift onto your left outer butt cheek. Lift the legs, lift the arm. Lower down, stretch over. Let's add our arm overhead. You can gaze down towards your left arm first. Then the arm is going to trace around to meet the toes and then go back overhead as we shift over. This is actually from a Pilates chair exercise. Lift and lower and reach. We're gonna go 2 more. Up, find that teaser, lower down, lengthen it out. Last time, shift over the hip, lift and hold. Pull your right butt cheek down 2, take your left arm away, hold your teaser for 3. Hold for 2, get a little higher, lift your chest 1, and then roll, hand down, all the way over, reach, and relax. Slouch into it, let all that hard work go. Don't really, but that's just what I felt the need to do. All right, flip it over. Let's do the other side. Knees are bent. Hug the bottom waist, in and up. Abs are pulling tight, feet lift. Rotate the top knee open, clam. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, down. Pull the front of the ribs together as you squeeze your leg open in your clam shell. Exhale, 3. Inhale, down. And 2. And lower. Open and hold. Let's pulse the knee. Open, press, and pulse, and squeeze. I don't know why I've turned this into a song now. For 2, lower down. Rest the feet down, lift the top leg up. I'm gonna stop singing now. Big leg circles, in and up. Out and in. Up and around. 2 more here. Sometimes like singing or just talking in general, let's reverse, really helps to distract me from the pain I'm in. Hence why I don't shut up usually the entire time I'm teaching. Around and up. Lower it down, lift for your hydrant. Up, 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 and lower all the way down. And exhale, lift, hug the bottom waist in and up. Inhale to lower. In case you couldn't tell, I have a hard time staying silent. Lift and lower. Exhale for 4. Keep that knee stacked right above the bottom leg. There's also just like so much information that I want to get out, that it's like really hard to stay silent. Up and hold. Keep the thigh and knee still. Maybe put a finger on the knee. Lengthen and bend. Stretch and bend. Hug that waist tight. Lengthen and bend. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. And 4. Keep pulling front of the ribs together. Make sure this top hip is not rolling back. Keep it stacked over the bottom hip. That's the hardest part. 1, lower it down. Give it a little beating there, and then lengthen those legs out. Prop yourself up onto your right forearm. Make sure that you have, especially if you're on like a really cushiony mat, make sure you scoot forward a little bit so that your right butt cheek will stay on the mat as you roll to teaser twist. Lift the legs, reach out through that top arm. It's very regal. You're gonna push into the right arm, lift the legs, lengthen the arm. You're just on that right butt cheek. Lower back down, roll over the side of the leg and lengthen out. Take it again. Shift over onto that hip. If you're like a little tight in your glutes or your IT band, this almost feels like you're like foam rolling in a really lovely way. And now we lift up. We're gonna take that arm all the way overhead as we come back into our mermaid. You can gaze over your right arm. Lift and reach it out. Lengthen. 2 more. Exhale up. You try to make it look like as effortless as possible when it's really quite a bit of work. And reach it out. Now last time we're gonna lift up and hold, and we're gonna shift weight onto our left cheek too. And then pick that right arm up. Hold it here. Lift your arms, lift your legs, lift your chest. Hold 3, shoulders down, 2. 1, reach the arm around. Spin over onto the forearm. Find that stretch, find that length, and then lower down into your slouchy position. Okay, so I'm sacrificing your glute stretch so that we can do push-ups. So you know how to do a glute stretch. You can do it by yourself. Figure 4, ankle over knee. Do it on your own after we do our push-ups. Okay, we're gonna do 2 sets of push-ups. 2 sets of 4. The first set, we're gonna lower down in 3 counts, push up in 1 count. The second set will be easy breezy normal. Step your feet back, find your plank. Squeeze your butt, push your floor away. Inner parts of elbows spin forward, chest pulls open. Shift forward 3 slow counts, lower 3, 2, 1. 1 count up. Take it again, 3, 2, 1. 1 count up. If you're a kneeling person, I'm gonna show you what you're doing. Lower for 3, 2, 1 on the feet. Drop your knees, push back up from there. Lift your feet last time. Lower 3, 2, 1, knees down. 1 count up, sit back, take a child's pose. So that's a really good way to practice push-ups on your feet if you're not quite there yet, is that slow lower and then pressing back up with the knees down, and eventually you'll get there. Okay, let's do 4 more. 1 count down, 1 count up. This will feel easy breezy, effortless after that last set. Push the floor away, inner parts of elbows spin forward, squeeze your butt, shift forward, inhale down, exhale up. For 3, squeeze through those triceps. 2, press. Rest your knees, sit your hips back. Take a child's pose, go nice and wide with your feet, or with your knees, I should say. And then let's end just as we started. Tuck your toes, push onto your feet, hang over your legs, lengthen them straight, let your head drop, let your shoulders drop. Take your time to roll your spine up to stand. Look at me, I can't stop singing. You know why? Because Pilates makes me very happy. Just makes me want to sing. Okay, 1 last breath all together. Big inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Big exhale, drop it down, you're all finished. Excellent work. Do your glute stretch because I didn't give you one in this class. Leave a comment, let me know how it went. I love hearing comments, and it's very helpful for all of us taking class to know that other people are doing it too, even though we can't see them. So keep them coming, and I'll see you next time.